This time we'll be looking at um, potential energy. In fact, under mechanical energy, we have two important class of energy, which is potential energy and kinetic energy. And we'll be going to solving some problems in regards to these two important energies. That is the class of it, potential energy and kinetic energy. Here we have um, potential energy calculations that we're going to be looking at. After that, we'll be going to consider some calculations that involve kinetic energy. We know that potential energy is a energy possessed by object due to position or height of the object. So the position of the in the in the a position in the gravity, let's say going up the gravity increase the potential energy, coming down the gravity, that is positive response to gravity makes the potential energy to be reducing, but going up or negative towards against the gravity makes the potential energy to be higher. So this place we're going to be looking at questions. These questions, the first one we have here says that calculate the potential energy of a body of mass 8 kg hertz, um, 5 meter above the floor. 5 meter above the floor. 5 meters above the floor. So knowing that is energy due to position or height. So in this case, we know that potential energy, which is potential energy is mass times g times height. In this area, we have our mass to be what? Our mass is equal to our height is equal to, and our 5 meter g is equal to 10 meter per second. So our P E or potential energy will then be 8 times 5 times 10. So what we have here, potential energy we have will be equal to 400 joule. That is our potential energy in the first question. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to be looking at the second one. In the second one, said a loaded sack bag, mass 50 kg, fall down from a floor of a lorry 1 meter high. Calculate the work done. Now, with the same formula, mass g height, we have our mass equal to 50 kg, height is equal to 4 meter, and then g is the same 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. Now our potential energy will then be equal to 50 times 4 times 10. That will give us, what we have will be or we can say is 2 kilojoule. 2 kilojoule, 2000 joule or 2 kilojoule. So just hold it on there. We'll be going over to kinetic energy, so that we'll be looking at less than no time now. We'll be looking at some of the calculations that has to do with kinetic energy. So just keep the dial. So kinetic energy is the energy due to motion. When a body is in motion, they possess what? Kinetic energy. Just like if I'm running now, if I take a race and start running, so as I'm running, I have kinetic energy. So here we have just few questions to look at. So the question said that a mass of 60 kg has a velocity of 40 meter per second. Calculate the kinetic energy. So to calculate the kinetic energy, we know that the formula for kinetic energy is equal to velocity squared, where this one is mass, and that means our mass here will be our mass, we have 60 kg, and then our velocity, which is 40 meter per second, 40 meter per second, and then to calculate the kinetic energy, we use the relation we have there, which is half times mass times 40 times 40. All right. So what we have will be um, what we have will be so what we have will be 2 here, 2 there, we have 20, and then multiply out 60 times 40 times 20, we have 48 joule, or we can say 48 kilojoule. So that is in 48,000 joule, or 48 kilojoule. So let's try the second one. In the second one, in this question, the second one says that a body of a mass 20 kg, kinetic energy is 2000 joules. To calculate the velocity. Now to find the velocity, we know that kinetic energy is equal to, so our kinetic energy this time is what? 2000 joule. The mass of the object is 20 times v squared. So cross multiplying, we have 40,000. This one will give us 20 v squared. So the next thing we are going to do here is to divide. We'll have, so 2 will go here, 2 there, 2 there, we'll have a 200. So our v squared is equal to 200. So our v will then be 200, the square root of 200. The square root of 200 will then give us 14.1. We can make it approximate to that. 14.1 meter per second. Thank you so much for being part of the class. And if you have not subscribed, I want you to subscribe and share. Please, if you have a question, you can leave it as a comment for us there so that we can always attend to you. Thank you so much.